Welcome, I'm Toby, your instructor. This lesson deals with the employment of the AGM-65 Maverick. The AGM-65 Maverick is an optical or infrared-guided air-to-ground missile used in the F-4E. We will focus on the pilot tasks for employment, as the WISO can also lock and fire the weapon. We are airborne and have a total of 6 AGM-65 Bravo Mavericks on board, which we want to employ. Following my guidance, you will learn about the basics of AGM-65 employment. First, how to set up the missile for an attack run, and next, how to employ the missile against a target. Good. Let's begin with the preparation of the missile and the plane. First of all, we need to set the optical sight to air-to-ground. Next, we adjust the optical sight depression to 45 mils to align the optical sight reticle with the weapon's seeker head. This enables us to easily locate targets. The idea is to first use the optical sight for a rough orientation, and then use the seeker head for fine adjustment and target lock. In this training mission, we use the AGM-65 Bravo that features a narrower field of view than the A version. The A and B version are both TV-guided missiles. However, the D version is an IR-guided missile that also features a zoom function, which can be activated by pulling the trigger while holding down the ARR button. The AGM-65 Bravo does not share this function. Next up will be the warm-up of the gyro system of the missile. Normally, we would have to turn the weapon select knob to TV and wait for 3 minutes to let the missile warm up fully. To time the warm-up period, the pilot can also utilize the stopwatch. Because we started airborne, the warm-up is already done for us, and we don't need to redo this. Now, with the missile warmed up, we can select the stations and turn the delivery mode knob to direct. This is the only employment method for the AGM-65 Maverick. In the F-4E, the Maverick can only be loaded on the left inboard and right inboard stations. Now go ahead and select those stations. After that, we can set up the DSCG screen to feed us the TV picture of the missile. For that, we need to turn the screen source switch on the pedestal panel to TV. Go ahead and try that now. The last step in setting up the aircraft for our attack run is to place the master arm switch to the arm position. You can verify that everything is armed by looking at the arm light on either the heads-up display or looking at the lower part of the station select knobs. In all these locations, arms should now be illuminated. To start the TV feed, simply press the trigger on the stick once. The seeker head can be slewed by holding down the ARR button in combination with moving the forward hand control. To put the missile seeker back to bore sight, you can simply pull the trigger again while holding down the ARR button. You can try this now, but make sure to recenter the seeker. Okay, good. Let's continue with usage of the AGM-65 Maverick. Now that the aircraft is fully set up and ready to fire the weapon, there is not much left to do. In general, it's best practice to place the reticle directly over the target and press and release the ARR button to lock the target. The 4 dots around the center will narrow down around the locked target. If you want to change lock, just press and hold down the ARR button again and slew the seeker away. If you got a lock and want to fire the missile, just press and hold the bomb button until the missile is launched. To launch another missile, simply press the trigger again to start a new camera feed and lock the target again with the ARR button. Now we will unpause the active pause. Right ahead of you is a target placed on the abandoned runway X near Cobaleti. You can then start with the attack run. Keep in mind to lock the target first, and then press and hold the bomb button until the missile is launched. done. This concludes our lesson for today. If you want, you can now close the mission or continue to practice on the remaining targets.